What is going on, everyone? Let's take a look at NFL Week 8, the Sunday in its entirety. Did I think there was anything absolutely crazy? No, nothing that speaks out to me as wild, but there were a couple storylines that were at the top of the list. And the first one for me is this Rams team, and they stay undefeated against Green Bay. They definitely got tested. There was a chance for Aaron Rodgers to go downfield and try and win this thing, but a costly turnover by Ty Montgomery late trying to make something happen with a kickoff return where he fumbles it into the territory of Green Bay. It was just a really bad mental mistake. Now, at half, right before half, it was 10-0 Packers. Shields, who played for the Packers for many, many years, is obviously on the Rams now. He makes a special teams play, and he downs the ball at the 1. And at this point in this game, the Rams had nothing. They literally had no mojo at all. And at this point, everything changed because the Rams get a safety as they tackle the Green Bay running back in the end zone. They get the ball back. They score a touchdown. They had all the energy and momentum going after that down at the 1-yard line off the special teams play by Shields. Second half came along. The Rams just kept doing what they do. Todd Gurley was coming up with crucial third down runs. He had a touchdown. He ran for, not run, total yards from scrimmage was 195. He was absolutely electric tonight, and so was Goff, and they get the job done. A costly turnover by the Green Bay Packers and a beautiful special teams victory, really, because not only did they make that play at the 1, but they made that tackle to hit Ty Montgomery for him to fumble. I mean, the special teams won the game for the Rams today, and they stay undefeated. So that was a big-time storyline for me. Looking what else happened. Vinatieri for the Colts. That game was boring as hell, but he now is the leader for all-time points when it comes to kicking. That's crazy. That's wild. 45 years old, my man's still kicking the football, working on his craft. That's tremendous. Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs, they continue to win. They beat Denver. He throws for 303 yards, 4 touchdowns. He did have an interception, but he was still great doing what he does. They win 30-23. They're now 7-1, and they continue to stay hot. The one thing with this Chiefs team that scares me is their defense. Are they going to be able to hold powerhouse offenses to a reasonable score? That is my only concern. And knowing Andy Reid, you never know when a downfall might actually happen. The Panthers destroyed the Ravens at home. The Panthers are on a little bit of a roll after that comeback against the Eagles. Having nightmares just thinking about it. The Eagles beat the Jags in London. They win. Thank God. Hallelujah. Let's move on. I already had a breakdown on that. The Seahawks win pretty demandingly in Detroit, and I know a couple Lions fans, and they think this is the team that they can actually win the division, and the Seahawks went in there and did damage, and they won pretty easily, if you will. The Bengals, okay, so the Bengals win 37-34 against the Buccaneers, and Jameis Winston threw 4 interceptions. He looked horrendous. They throw Ryan Fitzpatrick in, and he starts to bring this comeback, and they continue to look good, and he hits a Deshaun Jackson for a bomb, and the Buccaneers actually tie this ball game back up after they were down big time, but the Bengals score on a late field goal to win it, to walk it off. But moving Fitzpatrick into the starting position has to be the move moving forward because Jameis Winston looked awful. These weren't just interceptions that happened. These were horrendous reads and really bad looks for Jameis Winston. And I don't know. It doesn't seem to be the right move moving forward. The Saints and the Vikings play on Sunday Night Football, and the Saints get the revenge. We all know the miracle at the Meadowlands last year where the Saints had a chance to win it to go to the NFC Championship game, and a really bad play from the Saints cornerback allowed Diggs to do what he needed to do to get in the end zone with barely any time left, and it was just a really upsetting loss for the Saints. But Drew Brees and that squad, Kamara, they go in there and they get the job done, and they beat Minnesota, and now Minnesota is now 4-3-1 on the season. The Steelers win against the Browns. They had some mental errors, some penalties. They didn't seem locked in, but James Conner goes for 212 yards from scrimmage. He has 2 touchdowns, and we all know the storyline between him and Le'Veon Bell and the Pittsburgh Steelers as a whole. It seems like he is definitely doing a tremendous job of going into that organization and making noise and pretty much saying, listen, I'm here. I mean, you don't need Le'Veon. I'm here. And he's doing a hell of a job making that statement. The Bears beat the Jets 24-10. Like I said, I didn't think this week was that crazy. There were a lot of just pretty demanding wins. A couple storylines here and there. Like, did we sit there and watch the Cardinals 49ers game that was 5-3 at half? Like, absolutely not. I could never do it. This was the first time, actually, at the 4 o'clock hour, I decided to skip the red zone crap, and I literally watched the Rams Green Bay game. I'm normally full blown. If it's not the Eagles, I am full 100% in on red zone. But I don't care about the Cardinals and 49ers. I don't want to watch that game. And honestly, the Colts Raiders game was to me too. I skipped red zone. That's not a thing. I don't do that. That's how boring those 4 o'clock games were to me, except for that Rams-Packers game, which was really tremendous. I wish Aaron Rodgers had an opportunity to go down there late, because I wanted to see him do it, because it seems like he always does. Did I miss any games now that I'm looking? The Giants and the Redskins, 20-13. The Giants do fall at home. They stink. The Redskins are now 5-2 and at the top of the NFC East. I will talk about that in later videos in regards to the Eagles and where they fall. So that's pretty much it on the NFL day. Nothing too crazy. Let me know what you think down below. Thank you for watching.